All rise. The court is now in session. The Honorable Avis Cherie.
I just came to tell y'all today that case has been dismissed. Okay? You may not be seated. Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Miss Motivational Mogul Mindset, Avis Cherie, the Inspirer. How you guys doing? You showed up today, and I came to tell you that your case, the charges, the false charges, the things that make you feel defeated, the things that keep you in the dark have been dismissed. Rest in the overturn of that conviction and come today ready to transform and reinvent yourself. I hope and I pray that my voice sends a message of power and strength to remind you that you are enough. Well, that's why we're all here, right? Because we all share something similar. We all have a likeness about each other. We all have a familiar spirit about one another. That is, at some point, we all needed to be validated and reminded that we are enough. You see, sometimes we get caught up in those poor decisions back in the day, the choices that we made to do what we did when we were instructed not to, the things that got us in those binding contracts and situations with people that weren't good for us, those things that set us up to fail. You know, the systems that we enter into, the systems that are designed to make us feel defeated, hopeless, lack courage, lack confidence. You know what I'm talking about, right? Those things that don't speak life into you, but suck life out of you. So what do we do when those things continue to tell us who we are not, continue to come to remind us of what we've done, continue to come to take the little bit of joy that we had about ourselves, that little nagging thing that creates and stirs up doubt and worry, that thing that tells us we are not enough, nor will we ever be. Well, I, Avis Cherie, the Inspirer, is coming to tell you that that ain't the case. It took all of those institutional things to mount up against you, to break your spirit, to bind you, to curse you. It comes by way of things and people and circumstances that you wouldn't even imagine, but you knew that the war was waged against you. You can't even defend yourself because they're not even asking what your story is. So they're oppressing and suppressing your story from the very beginning, because it's a power that lies within your purpose. It's a power that lies within you beating the odds. What about those things that you felt were impossible to achieve, those things that you felt were impossible to overcome? What about those times when you were told nothing would come from you? You wouldn't bear any good fruit. What about the times that we thought to ourselves internally that we wouldn't amount to anything, but something down inside of you said, I am more than a conqueror. I am enough. That thing that was on me doesn't mean that I forfeited my birthright. Did not mean that I forfeited the opportunity. It did not mean that I needed to abort myself. A lot of times we throw the towel in before we've even gotten in the ring to face our biggest demons. A lot of times those biggest demons are connected to some roots that are within us, that was embedded in us about us. Did you know that you have to dig it up and pull the weeds out the ground of those things that you're grounded in, that is keeping you shackled and bound to defeat? Did anybody tell you you had to be in a posture to receive newness about yourself? Everything that you've walked around with, all the baggage that you've claimed, you have been released. But when you know that you deserve a seat at the table because of who you are and whose you are and what you've overcome, you're going to be in an alignment where we're going to gravitate to your story, gravitate to what you've come through. There's a message in all of that that you can't abort or forfeit for anyone. So those dark days that you felt like, my life is purposeless, no one sees me, no one even knows I'm here, I really don't have the confidence that I act like I have. It's okay. because your humility and being honest and transparent with self will give you the insight and a know-withal to arrest those thoughts when they come up. God will pour into you to arrest those thoughts within you to know that you could do all things through Christ. He will strengthen you. Never let somebody discount you, discredit you, and count you out. I used to always say, I like when you don't speak to me and you prejudge my situation. That gave me fire. You know, as a teen mom, I was unworthy of their investment. I was unworthy of their time. A lot of days it hurt because of the falsehood and the prejudgment. A lot of times, had they asked, they would have known that I was achieving goals that I knew interest and purposed the inside of me. But they presumed that I was going to be counted out because of misguidedness, going the opposite direction. So I come to tell you today that you are enough and the cases have been dismissed. Don't walk around trying to validate who you are, trying to present yourself in the package that they want to wrap you in, because that package can't contain what's within. And when you realize that there's so much in you, there's so much that has to come out of you, you won't let anybody contain you, control you, conform you. Oh, I've been told I was rebellious. I've been told that I needed to X, Y, and Z to fit the puzzle and the equation of somebody's idea of me. And I had to sit back and ask myself, wow, who I thought I was and what I thought people didn't see, they did. When people prejudge you and walk away and stereotype and label you, thank them in advance, because they're setting you up on a platform where it won't move you and sway you a certain way. When someone doesn't give you your accolades or validate you, it will give you the power to continue to soar. It will give you the fire under your feet. That will give you the fuel it takes to accomplish every goal, everything that you set yourself out to do. Because had I, Ava Cherie, let all the naysaying, all the doubters, all the people that configured in their head where my life was going because they became a God over judgment, had I given up on myself, had I forfeited the things that God showed me as a child that I was purposed to do, my gifts, then maybe, just maybe, they'd have won. And that's what I'm telling you. When you feel defeated, when things come in to tell you who you are not, we know that's not of a pure spirit. We know that's not of a good place. We have to transform at that moment and remind ourselves that if it's coming this hard to attack me, it's because it sees something great in me. That qualifies you as enough. You don't have to walk around and assimilate yourself to figure out who you need to be for what audience. Understanding that when you serve and continue to push and persevere, that when you forget about yourself and all your shortcomings and things that you thought you would never overcome, God will supply your every need. It should be a sin that people hold things to their chest when they can release it freely to help your next brother and sister not have to go through that. It's what we call standing in the gap. Are you built to stand in the gap because of what you've already come out of? Are you trying to find your voice and think that you don't have a story or a purpose? Do you believe that you can break chains off of people even though you're not completely out of your own mess? I'm here to tell you today that when you take back the power and the authority of who you are in the midst of it with truth, you disarm the enemy of the lie. You debunk the lie. When you start to exert your power in truth, you realize that even in my messiness, I am enough. Even in my dirt, I am enough. Even in the filthy garments you tried to place on my back, I am enough. And because I am enough, I know that you can't move me or take it from me. I'm going to walk boldly into my call. I'm going to walk boldly into my degree. I'm going to walk boldly and be the best parent I can be because I am enough, because I have been chosen. I'm here to tell you that you are enough to speak over your life. You are enough to manifest the things great that you want to happen in your life. You are enough to tell your own story. The work is not easy. The work is not for the swift. Sometimes you have to slow walk that thing. Sometimes you're going to have to rest in your mess. Sometimes you're going to have to peel back the layers of the hurt and the pain to shed that dead skin. Sometimes you're going to have to cut those strings. Sometimes you're going to have to learn how to relearn how to communicate with your inner self, that inner child that was wounded. Sometimes you're going to have to smile as you tell the things that wasn't so savory about yourself. And know that it's power in knowing your limitations and your weaknesses. And you're not a victim because you have them, but because you can acknowledge them, it's going to make you that much more powerful. Keep striving, keep going, keep pushing, but more importantly, live a selfless servant leadership life. Give God thanks, praise Him in advance. In spite of, I am grateful, I am thankful, I appreciate it. Be kind, be patient. In spite of, know that I ain't doing it for nobody else, but if nothing else, for myself. And when I do what I do, how I do, can't nobody take it away. Know that. Play that record over and over and over in your head. Despite what they say, I am more than enough. When I do it, I put the Midas touch on it. Those things that have judged me has been dismissed. Those things that have kept me afraid has been dismissed. And now my case is a little different now. I speak from a place of victory. I speak from a place of overcoming. I speak from a place of having favor. I speak from a place of no lack. But it's different when a person like me that's hungry and a person like you who's hungry pull up to the table. See, when we pull up to the table, people think you're a threat. But in all actuality, you came to break bread. You came to make sure that everybody is eating. But see, everybody don't have that call. Everybody don't have that fearless factor of we all can eat. Okay? When we pull up to the table, I'm not going to hoard it from you. Everybody don't have that because they still living in a victimized state of mind of lack, not enough. They are not enough. But when you pull up to the table with your story and you pull up to the table still getting it done, and you pull up to the table with the weights of the world on your shoulders, but you coming to break bread and lift your brother and sister up, you're coming to knock on doors and check on your neighbor. Well, can't nobody take that from you because that's become your lifestyle. That's become your paying it forward. That has become a part of who you are and what people expect you to do. So if nothing else, I've come today to tell you, you are enough. Your cases have been dismissed. Those charges have been overturned, thrown out. No matter what, believe in yourself. Release yourself from those things that you could not control, but take accountability in everything that you have power to. Be responsible, be transparent. And when it's all said and done, rest in that perfect peace and space of rebuilding and remodeling your behaviors and your mindset to fit where you're going. Your purpose, your peace, and that love for yourself will meet you at your more. And you will know then that you have always been enough. This is your girl, Miss Motivational Mogul Mindset, Ava Cherie, the Inspire. I hope that you are blessed. I know that you are blessed. As always, until next time, God's love to you. God's peace to you.